Hello and welcome to the Thursday, July 26th, 2022 Select Board meeting. I'd like to call this meeting to order. The entire board is present. Town manager, town clerk is on Zoom. No public is present. Let's stand for the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. That should be pretty painless, I think. First, we have the approval of the July 12th minutes. Everybody was present except for Mark for that meeting.
Make a motion.
Yeah, Noah, I forgot to put that in a minute, so I'll have to revise those, so if you want to approve them, just use Mark if that's in.
Gotcha.
So I'll make a motion to approve with the
Amended.
amended absence of Mark Bossman.
Second.
Any other comments? And I think we can, since we're all here, we can just, by show of hands, who approves?
I can't vote, can I?
No.
No,
Right. This
Well-
last week.
you can, but be wrong.
Yeah. It would be this kind of vote. So, 4 approve, 1 abstain. All right. First public comment. All right. Report of committees. Did you say that?
I think Jeremy's trying to log in, but
All right.
We can come back. to
We'll circle back if he appears.
Okay.
So no report of committees at the moment. No department reports.
Well, I met with Lisa Eustis today up at the Veteran Cemetery.
Yep.
So I explained to her how to maintain it, explained to her what to do and what not to do. And she's gonna set a temporary irrigation system up, just from the hydrants that's there, and just hook it up, 3 sprinklers and put it around. And we'll install an irrigation system as soon as we have time. I'll install as soon as I have time. So that's gonna be about it on that. Fix the lawn up a bit.
All right. We have no appointments, presentations, or other guests. We have no unfinished business at the moment. Town managers report.
I'll do a quick update for Envision Berwick. We met with Chief Town on his security plan. He strongly recommended that we keep Rochester Street open. That way it doesn't send traffic two-way down Maple Lodge and Jordan Street. Just from their experience, it's much more manageable to keep Rochester Street open. We had plans to put our food vendors and beer garden in the street. So now we're working on moving the beer garden more towards the Bow Street side and pulling the vendors in off of Rochester Street.
Okay. Anything else?
Just on Sunday was Open Farm Day. Luca and I attended the Orange Circle. They had the Barnyard Blowout, I think was the name. And it was a really nice event. There was music and local food provided. It was at Orange Circle Farm in the evening. Even though it was like 95 degrees, there was still nice. There was still nice breeze. Hackmatack participated earlier in the afternoon. They had a bluegrass and local food as well. So it's just a nice celebration of agriculture and community. The last piece I have, the town was awarded $1.4 million. That goes to Outfall 7. That's a project we've been pushing off as much as possible due to just having challenges funding it. And this is stormwater infrastructure along Moulton Street. It also will treat some of the stormwater. It gets piped into a biofilter, and then it outlets to the Salmon Falls River. And that integrates in with Great Falls Park. So once the Outfall 7 project is established, I think that'll help kind of establish how we can develop Great Falls Park. As Mike's mentioned a few times before about how we're getting all this money, and now it's the challenge. It's gonna be a fun challenge is making sure that we spend the money well, and that goes for this project and the $3 million for downtown project and 2.8 for the water. We're gonna come up with some match funds, things like that. So you hear a lot about that in the next couple of months.
The match funds are only like 70,000, aren't they?
Right.
Yeah.
There's a few different projects. We need to come up with some match funds for the CAX projects and a couple other pieces, but I'll have the exact numbers soon. Actually, the last piece I have is we received funding for a safety study on Route 4 to study the traffic accidents we've had out there. So that's at the very beginning preliminary stages.
Now, how far down Route 4 are they gonna go on that?
The whole corridor, and it might include pieces of South Berwick as well.
That's awesome.
Where'd the funding come from?
So CAX is it's called the MPO. It's a metropolitan planning organization, and it's a committee of Berwick, South Berwick, Elliott, York, Kittery. I don't know if I mentioned Kittery. It's those communities. We meet once a month, and yearly, the committee together votes on planning projects, capital projects. We've been getting some funding from the group. It's been good working with the communities, and we've been doing a good job of everyone sharing the funding for the different communities.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. On that stormwater project, we've been putting it off since I joined the board. Like we've been talking about it since then. It was engineered, and we had like a big presentation on how it was all going to be laid out in like 2019 and everything. It's just like, where are you going to come up with $1.5 million to put it all out there? So I'm really excited to get that off the plate.
And as James said, is the town has received almost $10 million in monies over the last several years, and it shows how involved the town has been in looking for this money and getting it.
And also how well we've been using it, because
Right.
if you're misusing the money, they're not going to be giving it to you anymore. There's going to be a cap eventually, but we keep doing it, the right projects, and attracted more investment, which is always great.
So the MS4 project is we have the money and we will get our matching funds. Is when do you envision that actually getting kicked off?
Probably at this point, probably summer 2023, I'd imagine. And then the Sawmill Hill School Streets 2024, maybe 2025, depending on funding. The stormwater pipe that connects from the Edge site down to Salmon Falls will probably be 2024.
Right,
Or 2023, maybe
doing all
2023.
the work downtown anyway,
Yeah.
so.
We're also, CMP's been, we've been working with CMP on the underground utility plan.
They coming Thursday, is it?
Yep,
So,
coming Thursday, meeting with CMP and our engineer. So we're gonna have we're getting there for the Dig a Hole Once initiative of stormwater, utilities, and being able to build it back up with streetscaping, street amenities, things like that.
Terrific. Circling back around, we have Jeremy Caston. Did he leave? Did he go? Will he be back?
I'm here. Hi
There,
guys.
there he is.
Jeremy.
So we have Jeremy with a report of committees.
Yes, well, yeah, a couple things. We had open farm day over the weekend on Sunday, and it was pretty terrific success. Obviously, a really hot day to have open farm day, but a nice group of people came through, including people who'd read about it in the Sentinel and were here on vacation. and staying in one of the beach communities. So there's sort of a low-hanging fruit thing to check off the list, but something that I think is speaks well to the future of Open Farm Day and what we're trying to accomplish. We also have an update regarding Bring Your Lawn Chairs to Sullivan Square and the concert series. We had initially met with the police chief about 2.5 months ago and laid out a plan for what we hoped we could would make sense, and sort of proceeded in that direction. Last week, we, James and I, sat down with Chief Platt, so police, fire, public works, and there's some reticence about closing both Sullivan and Rochester Street. So what we have for safety come up with is closing Sullivan completely and closing just one lane of Rochester, because it's going to be slow no matter what for those hours we have the concert. But still allowing traffic through in that traffic flowing Sullivan. And that seems like that's going to work out a lot better for everybody. So we've been adjusting. We have reached out to the state because our beer garden permit is for a very specific spot, essentially, that was, went out into the street. So we're looking at moving that like 10 feet closer to the gym, which the brewery and Alex Lemaire all aware of. So we may not even need to submit additional paperwork to the state. But that's kind of the broad, sweeping update. Am I forgetting anything, James?
No, that covers it. I think.
Just as a reminder, Jeremy, why don't you give us the dates for the lawn chairs?
Absolutely. Bring Your Lawn Chairs to Sullivan Square is August 6th and 20th, both Saturdays. It's from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. Both events have a silhouette cutter, which is incredible. Like, we'll be doing cutting silhouettes for free for whoever waits in line. We have face painting from actual artists, including Berwick's own Ben from the tattoo place across the street, and some other surprise guests. We will have 4 food vendors plus a food truck. So a substantially bigger lawn chairs plus variety acts. We have an aerialist with the wheelmen coming. We're on the giant penny farthing bikes showing off their crazy bikes, and a variety of things from magicians to puppets. So it should be between the bands, a great variety acts for the family, and beer garden, which I think is a big thing to pull off right in Sullivan Square. So we're pretty good. Serving Berwick's finest, serving Corner Point beer. So a lot of things to be proud of. Almost all the food comes, in fact, all of the food vendors come from the immediate area, but several of them are actually Berwick food vendors. So that's pretty cool.
So we don't have another meeting until August 9th. Will you come to that meeting and give us an update on how hopefully well everything went? And just give us the rundown of everything? Would that be okay? Cool?
Yeah, of course, I would love to.
Please, we'd love to have you back and hear about everything. So,
Absolutely. Well, I hope I'll see you all at the concert.
right. Oh, I'm sure we all hope to make it. Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, sounds like it's going to be a great time for adults, kids, and everything in between. So, great.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Absolutely.
Thank you,
All have a
Jeremy.
great evening.
Have a good one.
All right. Selectmen communications, we have none. Approval of the accounts payable and payroll warrants. All right. All in order. They are all in order. All right. So, payroll warrant number 4 for the amount of $90,787.25. Dated July 21st. We have payroll warrant number 5, $90,206.96 for July 28th. And accounts payable warrant number 6 in the amount of $1,143,385 $95 for July 28th. I move that we pay all our bills.
I'll second that.
All those in favor? And there we go. The town continues to thrive.
Don't we do a voice vote?
What?
Don't we do a voice vote? Don't you take?
Well, if
Only
we're,
somebody's
if
on
we're, up-
Zoom.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's-
okay.
everybody's
We're on
here,
Zoom.
Yeah,
so
I got you.
yeah,
Everyone's
Yeah.
present, you don't need to.
Yeah.
yeah.
for the sake of time, there's no other real reason behind
It's been
it.
2
You know?
years.
You're doing a good job, Noah, though.
Oh, thanks. I really appreciate it. I was worried you thought I might have taken your job.
All
right. New business. We have the adoption of the York County Mitigation Plan. James, will you give us a little introduction to that?
This plan, it's been approved by Maine EMA and by FEMA. And the plan is pending adoption resolutions from all towns and cities in York County. And the county must have an approved hazard mitigation plan in order for York County cities and towns, schools and agencies to access state and federal hazard mitigation funding. I believe they update this, I believe by law or policy, they have to update this every 5 years, so that's part of that. And the plan is linked on our town website under fire and rescue emergency management.
It allows us to access a lot of the federal FEMA grants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should an emergency come up.
Right.
But yeah, so this is more or less just a formality that all the towns of York County are re-agreeing to the same plan, just updated every 5 years or so. All right, terrific. Anything? Anybody have any comments, questions?
I'll make a motion that we adopt the York County Maine Hazard Mitigation Plan.
Second.
Does anybody have anything else? No? All those in favor?
Aye.
And that's 5 in favor. All right. Now we have the bid award for fire department surplus equipment. So we have some fire equipment that is being up for sale, and 2 items have bids on them. And yeah, so we can just go over these bids really quick. We have Miro craft boat. We have a bid in the amount of $1,500 and a bid in the amount of $506. And we have a 2006 UTV Kawasaki 3010 Mule with a bid for $1,106, $1,103.03, and $2,350. So,
I'll make a motion that we award the bid for the Miracraft boat to Alex Plant for the amount of $1,500.
I second the motion.
all those in favor?
And I'll make a motion that we accept the bid for the 2006 Kawasaki 3010 Mule from Dana Hall for the amount of $2,350.
Second.
All those in favor? All right. So that's 2 things that will be awarded to those bidders, and we have 3 other items for sale that have not had any bids. A portable 500 gallon per minute hail pump, a 1998 F-250 pickup truck, and a 1985 Kinman Rescue Tool / Ram. So if any members of the public are interested in those, they should submit bids to who?
Probably,
We'll be coming to the town of Berwick, same as the regular bids, right?
I mean,
yeah,
good, yes.
you're gonna, Patty, do you have any suggestions on how we should handle the ones that haven't had bids?
We can just put out another bid request,
And
because this one had a deadline, so we can do another one for those 3 items.
I would like to take a look at that pump. well, I need a pump for work, in the nursery, so I'll take a look at it.
Okay.
Tomorrow,
Come up with
is that over the fire station?
I would imagine, probably is,
Yeah, it's
but
probably there.
Okay, yeah.
might be at town garage.
Anybody have any questions about that stuff? Any comments? Nothing? Terrific. Moving right along. We have no quit claim deeds. We have no abatements. Second, public comment. No members of the public have appeared. All right, so we have an executive session today to deal with a real estate issue and discussion of personnel. We'll be exiting out of this meeting, going into the executive session. We will not be coming back, as we will not be making any decisions or any votes in that executive session.
Do we need a motion to go into executive
Well,
session?
we haven't gone there yet, but yes.
Okay.
But before we do that, is there any other comments from any of the board? Anybody else want to add anything?
James, do you have a date for when Little River Road will be complete?
I don't. I can look into it.
Somebody asked me that just
Sure.
before I came down here, so I haven't been out that way. So, other than that, no.
All right, then I will move that we enter executive session, Title 14056C and 4056A for discussions, for real estate and discussion of personnel.
I'll second that motion.
All those in favor? All right, so
Give us a few
there we
minutes
go.
to have